toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Air Force Falcons, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. On the move from inside is 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Air Force Falcons offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the...
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Falcons will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try the outside to the left. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground, too.
There's no doubt, and they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Washington State's offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Washington State going quickly. Let's step back here and chat a little Washington State. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Cougars come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
The inside handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
To throw, it's Cooks. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Defense in press coverage. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now the play fake. Snagged out of the air. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. The offense changing the play. Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They'll run the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback in.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Back to pass, it's Cooks. Fires to the big fella. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So first down here as they go back to work. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. He'll pitch it. Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Air Force! Excellent pass by the back on the option. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
He's in open space downfield. Big pickup on the ground, knocked out at the 28-yard line. Now on first down from the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons. The Falcons, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Cooks. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Sends it back in motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Falcons, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
Rush is on him. Still running at the 40. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar. But plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to throw. It's Cooks. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. The option look. The pitch. Got the first down and more. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. On the option. He'll do it himself. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's what he catches, big fella.
The Falcons with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the tight end. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. First and 10 coming up. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to take off. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
The number one key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And guys, they have not done a good job of that early in this game. He has been able to get out of the pocket, whether it's been designed runs or scrambles like on what we just saw. The defense has got to start changing it up. They need to spy him more, I think, moving forward.
And the Falcons with the first and 10. They'll send the back in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. He breaks a tackle. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. That thing would have hit us. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And the ball is free on the pitch. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here we go. They'll toss it to the left.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's reeled in. It's Love. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll run the option. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now on second down.
Brings up second down.
Here comes the option. Picks up the first down. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense. And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Goes to the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
The Falcons pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might be calling a hot route. Fullback's got it. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Falcons back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Gets the back moving. The give to the fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
Got it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Touchdown, Air Force! They'll run the option. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
The Falcons come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll go to the fullback.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
He'll keep it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Give to the fullback. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And I like the play call because when you get in the red zone, you get more man-to-man. The field shrinks. What do? Put a guy in motion.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Past the first down marker and still running. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
And how about that play call on 3rd and long? Probably everybody thinking pass in the building. They run the option, and the QB makes the good read. Look, nobody's got me. Nobody takes me. I'll take it. I'll get the first down. Nice play.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing... runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On the option. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Find some fresh air. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Falcons can really attack on this 2nd and short. The option look. Now the toss. Finds a crease at the 20. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Falcons kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Trying to use the speed on the jet sweep. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or